Merry Christmas. How are y'all doing? Hey, Santa here. Actually, I'm in the process of my elf Gizmo and I are trying out some new technology and we want to get it working and make sure we're recording things. So he said, hey, Santa, I need you to record something. I said, oh, what am I going to record? And I just remembered not too long ago, I was at Santa Claus, Indiana. And I remember seeing a bunch of you kids there having a great time. And I thought, why not just do a quick little recording and say hi and see how things are going and touch base and all that other good stuff. So I hope you guys all had a good time at Santa Claus. It looked like you did, but let me just see if I can. Oh, in my memory, lots of things, lots of kids. See if I can remember some of you guys and what's special about you. Let's see. Let me start with Ava. Actually, his grandma calls you Ava Ray. Ho, 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 ho. And how have you been doing? How's Ash? Your doggy Ash? How's Ash doing? Last year when I was there at your place, Ash kind of like to sniff my knees and stuff. So I gave Ash a little treat so Ash wouldn't bark too much and disrupt you and wake you up. But Ash was fine. He let me fill your stockings and give the gifts and everything else. And when I left, Ash came and put his nose on my nose, and it was fine. It helped me get up the chimney, but Ash was doing fine. Let's see. If I remember correctly, you had a your stocking. Your stocking has your name on it, and it was white and red, right? Is that what color it was? And let's see, who else? What? Binky. Binky's your stuffed animal, isn't it? And let's see, I'm trying to think. Don't you really have you had that a long time? Binky, doesn't Binky actually even have your Binky in it? Yeah, Binky. And I peeked in. Remember, Santa does peek in and say a little prayer for you every time you come to visit on Christmas Eve. And I know Binky is still with you. And do you remember what I brought you last year? Your JoJo Siwa? Yeah, JoJo. How's that doing? You been playing with it? Keeping good care of it and everything? And let's see. Anything? Barbies. How you been doing with those Barbie dolls? You know what? Our elves are coming up with a whole new bunch of Barbie clothes this year. Maybe Barbie clothes is something I might think about come Christmas. Because you don't want Barbies running around without clothes on. That's kind of embarrassing for everybody. So remember when you tell me what you want for Christmas, remember include the Barbie clothes because they're neat and you're doing so good and I'm proud of you and I'm sure your mom and dad, I know your mom and dad are proud of you and everybody is. So thanks a lot. And should I call you Ava Ray or just Ava? I'll say Ava because grandma's terms Ava Ray. And let's see, who else do I need to talk about? Who else was there? Taking Eileen, right? Taking Eileen. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, well, let's start with your dog, Cooper. Puppy Cooper doing okay? I know puppies have a really interesting time, have so much fun. They're so full of energy and like to learn things, and they never know what they're going to do. They're always a surprise. And let's see, a Labradoodle, right? Oh, those are fun dogs. They're very popular dogs, and they are fun at Christmas Eve too. Santa has some special treats to try to keep the dogs quiet so they don't bark too loud and wake you up. And also some things for cats, because cats can get very curious. But I'm sure hoping that everything's going good with you and your buddy Cooper. And let's see, and I'm trying to remember on your stocking. You have two of them, don't you? You have one at your place and one at Mama's. And let's see, Santa usually tries to make sure you get some candy and maybe some toys in your stocking. And by the way, if mom and dad help with the candy, that's their job. They need to make sure that it's good candy. So make sure you share, as you do, you share, and that's so important. Let's see, I'm trying to remember what else. Oh, I know. I was actually thinking last year, since you like Skyline so much, I was thinking of giving you some Skyline, maybe just a three-way. But then I got to think, that probably wouldn't do too well in the stocking, would it? It'd probably leak and make a little bit of mess. And then now if we did that Cooper, when I would lick it up, and it probably just wouldn't be nice. But I do know you like Skyline, so Santa will remember that come December that you like Skyline. Let's see, what else? I know you do like stuffed animals. I mentioned before. You got some cats and unicorns. I like unicorns too. We have some unicorns at the North Pole, but we don't tell people. I just told you, didn't I? Well, now you know one of Santa's little secrets. Let's see, what else? Tumbling. How's the tumbling going? The gymnastics. Santa always needs to learn more tumbling skills. You know, Santa a lot of times tumbles out of the chimney down the fireplace and tumbles into the yard or into your room. And so I'm always trying to find out the best way to tumble because Santa got kind of old. He needs to tumble so he doesn't hurt himself. Sometimes his shoulder gets a little stiff. And actually, after traveling all over the world on Christmas Eve, his whole body gets a little stiff. But I don't tell anybody if you won't. So let's see, what else are your hobbies? You like to swim, play outdoors, and you like technology. You like playing on a tablet, don't you? You know, there's a lot of good things about the tablet, but all the more Santa has to say is something probably your parents say to you a lot. Don't spend all your time on the tablet. Make sure you go out and play and enjoy, and just be a kid. And then finally, let's see. Uh-oh, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's a little horn back in the background. One of the elves is doing something else, building toys and all that kind of. It's always fun at the North Pole. You never know what's going on. But I'm just going to say bye here really quick and looking forward to seeing you Christmas Eve time and making sure that we got everything taken care of your house and the mama's house. Let's see. Boston. Boston, how's it going? Actually, hope you're doing almost as good as the Red Sox. They need to get a little bit better up there. They're second place, but they're working on it. They're having a pretty good year for the most part. Let's see. I know you love baseball. I like baseball a lot too. There's a lot to baseball about building character, teamwork, and all that stuff. And we play it at the North Pole. You know what's fun about the North Pole? We have pitchers mound on the North Pole. So if somebody hits a home run, they actually run around the world. Where else can you do that? Run around the world on a home run. So you can do that at the North Pole. Let's see, what else do I need? Let's see. And you have the Kansas stocking, the same thing with your sister. And you also have Squishy. Yeah, Santa knows about Squishy. But that's okay. I have pet animals from when I was real little. And I've been giving them to children for years and years and years. And many have them from being little infants till they are full-fledged adults, grandmas and grandpas. Matter of fact, I bet some of your grandparents have some toys that I brought them back when they were real little. If not, they remember them. Maybe you should ask them sometime what toy they remember from their childhood. Let's see, I'm trying to think what we got last year. Oh, we got you the glasses, right? You're into the virtual reality, the augmented reality, the virtual reality, all that stuff. We don't really make that here because our elves aren't really that technical. But boy, we sure do like to work with the companies that do make that. And there's some new and exciting things coming. And I'll remember you when December comes around on that kind of stuff. And let's see, I'm trying to think if there's anything else from you that I need to talk about. Oh, start training going okay? Did you need to use any of it when you're doing some fishing this year? Did you get any big fish so you had to reel them in with some extra strength? I know you really like fishing. And I know also, let's see, you also like bowling, right? Aren't you a bowler? Yeah, you're a bowler too, aren't you? That's another good game that's been around for a long time. And let's see, I think we got good enough. Again, I know you like the baseball, and I'm rooting with you for the Red Sox. We'll see how they go. But I also root for the Reds and the Cardinals and the Tigers and the Guardians. I like the baseball. I don't root for any team. I root for good teams. Okay, let's see. Who else? Parks. Parks was also there, weren't you, buddy? Hey, actually, Parks, I actually saw something, I think, on Facebook here not too long ago where you were singing Itsy Bitsy Spider. I love it when you sing, and I remember you singing Christmas carols. I love it, and I know you've been doing it. You'll be doing it this year, so keep on singing. Don't stop singing. I love it, and people around you do too. It brings a lot of joy to everybody. So let's see, Parks, what do I remember about you? Oh, remember, I'm trying to remember. I don't have my list and things in front of me, so sometimes the mind doesn't go as quick as it used to years ago. Let's see, I remember you have pets. Let's see, you have Leo, Stella, and Bubbles, I think are your doggies. You have some cats. Billy is one of the cats, right? And Mr. Chow. And don't you even have some fish? Mickey, Beta? I think so. I'm pretty sure you do. And again, I remember when I visited last year that I had to help the doggies calm down a little bit, but that was no problem. They were fine. They love Santa. I think Santa loves them. And let's see. Remember last year when I was working with those? Your stocking is a snowman, isn't it? It's beautiful little stocking. I like it a lot. And I remember it. And let's see. Stuffed animal. You have a flamingo, don't you? Yeah, Santa knows these things. Let's see. Something about it. And last year, I think I got you a Marco, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see. If I'm not mistaken, you're also doing some things with Kid Strong class, aren't you? I like that you're constantly learning things, new things, and trying things. That's so important. Then let's see, what are the other things? I, I know Christmas. I know you love Christmas, and you really like the movie Elf, don't you? Matter of fact, you're like an elf fanatic, right? Elf, oh, Christmas is coming, Christmas is coming. We kind of like it too. Actually, we do have some time in December when we'll sit around and we'll drink some hot cocoa, eat some cookies, and watch the movie Elf. I bet you do that. I know you do that too, because Santa's able to watch you and see where things are going. So, Parks, keep up the good work, keep the singing, and keep enjoying Christmas. It's something that you never want to grow out of. And always remember the gift of Christmas. And Santa gives gifts to let you understand the meaning of Christmas is that you get a gift from God for no other reason than being a good, pure person, and that you should share that with others and share that gift and peace on earth, goodwill towards men. All those are so important. Let's see. I remember there are a few others of you, and Gizmo's saying this is going good, so keep on going. So let's see. Who else do I want to remember from there? Aiden or Bo Baden, right? Aiden, Bo Baden. There was a song back probably when your grandparents were younger. Called the name song. So that's why I was kind of being a little silly there. Let's see. What do I remember about you? You also have Ash, right? Ash is your dog too. You play with him. You got some responsibility. Make sure Ash gets walked and all that. And those, of course, are important. And Santa's well aware of those things and that you're doing them and everything else. It all fits into the whole thing at Christmas as we determine naughty, nice, good, bad, responsible, listen to mom and dad, all those things factor in. Let's see, what else do I have here for you, Aiden? Let's see, you do have a stocking. I like it because it's the same color as my shirt, isn't it? My coat. It's red. It's a red stocking. And if I'm not mistaken, your name's on it. So actually, it's not just red, is it? It's like everything I've seen. There's always some white to go with the red. So that's important. I remember that. And let's see, what other thing do we have? Ninny, another one with a stuffed animal you've had for a while, and a fun one too. Monkeys. A lot of people like monkey stuffed animals. They're just fun, and it's nice to build a friendship, and that stays with you. I like monkeys. Monkeys are good stuffed animals, and stuffed animals are good toys to have for a long time. And let's see, what else? You had a different gift for last year than a lot of kids. You got tickets. What did we do tickets for last year? Oh, Eric, church concert tickets. Yeah, now I remember. I know you enjoy it. Just like Parks, keep on singing. I love it when you sing. And then finally, let's see, what else? You're into gaming quite a bit, aren't you? Yeah, gaming's okay. You know, there's a lot of people grumble about gaming, but I think gaming used appropriately is very good. I mean, it helps you get these terms like thinking skills and eye coordination and eye, not and eye. But all those things are so important. And let's see, let's keep moving on. Let's see, who else was there? Oh, Briar Elizabeth. Yeah, you were there, weren't you? And you were there kind of hanging around, but didn't you have let's see, I'm trying to remember. Wasn't Case and your brother there too, spending tons of time in the pool? Well, just tell Case I said hi. I'm not really going to talk Case too much because he was out swimming. But I'll remember him in December, and we'll make sure he has something. And let's see. So I'll go back to Briar. Nancy, I guess, is what you go by, isn't it? So I'll just call you Nancy for the rest of this little chat. But Nancy, let's see. Luna's your dog. I like that name. I I don't know what the origin of it, but Luna, for the most part, means something to do with the moon and lunars. I'm assuming there's some relationship there. Does Luna, by chance, every now and then, like bark at the moon? Some dogs like to do that. Luna was good last year when I came and visited, and was wonderful. Also, like the little doggy treat. Let's see. You also have a couple of cats too. You got Minnie and Riddick. That sound right? And the cats are wonderful. They were kind of shy. I didn't see too much of them when Santa came and visited, but that happens a lot with cats. Let's see. And you have a buffalo plaid stocking, don't you? Yeah. And you let your bees on it. Yeah, I remember that. And the other, you like Paw Patrol, right? And don't you have a big stuffed, a nice stuffed animal from Paw Patrol? The Chase. Chase is one of the big characters in Paw Patrol. Lots of kids really like Paw Patrol, so it makes it easy for the elves because they're able to do some Paw Patrol things. Let's see. And last year, if I remember correctly, got you some more Barbies, Barbie, and a bike. How's that bike doing? You riding okay? Being safe? Helmet on? All those things? Good. You know how hard it is to get a bicycle down the chimney? I tell you, it's some work. Sometimes I need help. Maybe somebody might open the door for me to get it in. Or sometimes I put it in pieces and your dad has to assemble it. It depends. It all depends on lots of things. But I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And again, be safe and wonderful that you're able to go ride it. I spend a lot of time playing outside. If I were to guess, I'd say playing outside is like your highest enjoyment for the summer. Enjoying the sun, enjoying all the things that come with summer. The sun, the late nights. Do you catch fireflies? No, it's something you can always do. Let's see. Let's move on. Gizmo saying I got some time here. I need to finish, kind of start wrapping it up. So let me go to Eddie or Edlin. Edlin Grace, right? I love the name. Let's see. Luna's also your dog. Do you ever take Luna out at night and look at the moon? Try it sometime. It's fun. Just you and the moon and enjoy the peace and tranquility. But you don't want to go too outside the backyard. You want to stay real close to the house. Let's see. You also have a buffalo plaid stocking. And don't you have a red octopus as a pet? Octopuses are kind of fun. Whenever I buy socks for octopuses, I have to get 4 pairs because they have 8 feet. Don't do that too often, but I do go to some zoos, and you have a great zoo down there in Cincinnati area. And actually, there's lots of nice zoos all over. And let's see. And you two, Barbie, horses, right? Those are your 2 favorites. And so again, like I said earlier, there's lots of neat Barbie clothes coming out. So remind me in December, and then also remind me on things that you may want that relate to horses. There's lots of horse toys and things like that, books, etc. But there's also some other things. So you got to keep me aware. But remember, Santa makes sure with mom and dad, they help make sure that we do things the right way, that we give you things that'll be used and play with. Again, to remember to tell other people about the news, the good news that hope is born again, which is really the meaning of Christmas. And let's see. And I guess the only other thing, and keep enjoying other, make sure though, and this is kind of general, and I don't mean to be nitpicky or anything, but I'll just mention your room, your JoJo room, you need to make sure that things are picked up and done because you need to make sure that you don't lose things. I can't tell you how many requests I get in December every year for kids who forgot to put their Legos away and they lost some of their Legos and they want ones to replace. So I'm just mentioning that because it's just a thought that came through. And you've been great. Keep up being great, but remember to be responsible. That's always so important. And then finally, Killian or Kitty Cat. Hi, Santa says Merry Christmas. I just finally got to you, but I was trying to remember who all was there in Santa Claus with you guys, and you had a good time, right? And same with the others, with Luna and Minnie and all that. To continue taking care of your pets, love them, let them love you, play with them, all those sorts of things. The responsibility, something they'll carry with you for the rest of your life. And you too have a buffalo plaid stocking, don't you? Yeah, and it's a nice one, beautiful stocking. Do you remember what I put in it last year? There was some candy, right? And some other things. Well, I'll probably do something similar like that this year. And let's see, you also have a peekaboo kitty, right? For a stuffed animal. They're lots of fun. And I'm glad to see you play with it and everything. And let's see, I'm trying to think something else. There's something. Batman. Yeah, you had some wonderful Batman toys made for you last year by your mom. A bat cave, a whole bat cave. I think that's neat. That's fantastic. And I'm glad you got it and that you're taking care of it. And you know what? December time, remind me about some Batman stuff because there's always neat Batman things coming on. And last year, I think I worked with your mom for that Batman cave. So make sure that mom's aware of what you want Batman related. And let's see, the other thing, if I remember correctly, especially in Santa Claus, wouldn't you spend a lot of time in the water too? You like to swim and all that? Do you even do fish imitations? We do that sometimes. We have some heated pools up here at the North Pole. We have a couple of elves that really like to do fish imitations. They're silly. They can sometimes get real silly. But like I said, all the other thing, combine everything here. But enjoy the bat cave. Make sure you take care of it, and that's going to be a great keepsake for you for a long, long, long time. Well, Gizmo is telling me that my time's pretty well up, so I'm going to end here by saying goodbye. Hope you all have a good rest of the year. Looking forward to seeing you in December. Glad you had a good time in Santa Claus, Indiana. Be kind and caring to everyone else. And remember the message of Christmas. Hope is born again. Peace on earth. Goodwill to man. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho.